Hi everybody and welcome. The idea of this video is to kind of include everybody, as many people as possible from as many different backgrounds as possible into a new college life. And this video is made through the Race Equality Network in ATU, and the idea is just to promote race equality within the college and to welcome students from all different backgrounds. We want to encourage as many people as possible to get involved in as many activities as possible and to enjoy life in college as best they can. The idea was that we would invite as many people from different backgrounds and functions within the college. By that I mean staff, students, people involved in the Students' Union, people involved in student support and so on. And that we would come together and we would discuss some of the issues that would face new students. So to do this, we developed a workshop process where we developed a storyboard, and the idea was to make a couple of characters to kind of symbolise some of the fears and anxieties and some of the excitements and pleasures that people might have going through their college life. So that's really the core idea of this video. So enjoy.
So the process of developing the workshop came about through thinking what might some of the problems or worries of a student attending ATU be, and how could we raise some awareness about the work of the Race Equality Network. So in order to do that, I thought what could be helpful is to get input from student experts and student ambassadors to really help to kind of create some kind of creative dialogue. So it was about creating an engaging, vibrant space where they could consult with student experts and develop some characters that could be part of the storyboarding project.
Isabel. She is 19, she's from Cork, she is studying construction management, she's a first year student, it's her first time away from home.
Well, she's big into breaking barriers was one of the things we were saying.
Yeah, she plays camogie and GAA. Her favourite food is a Nutella sandwich.
Brilliant.
Why not, guys? Why not? Then she is living in digs with a family friend because her parents would still be quite strict, so she's not allowed to stay in student accommodation. So there's a lot of tension around that, around the stereotypes and around the rules of it.
Amaya is an Ethiopian woman who recently immigrated to Ireland with her family. She is 24 years old and she is dressed in an abaya, so we call her Amaya an abaya. She's 24 and she has just recently started software engineering. Yes. And there's around 200 people in her class, and she, I think, is the only black Muslim woman in her class. So obviously isolation is a big thing for her. Yeah, Maya went to the open day and she realised there was a lack of representation in staff. Okay. There was a lot of white Irish staff members, which is great, but no one that really looks like her, or will recognise her immediately or have that connection.
Yes.
There was plenty of representation in student ambassadors, however. Yeah. Which she's probably thinking of joining. She also had a few concerns about the college itself, if they had halal food or not, same as Sarah's concerns. And if there's any prayer rooms for Muslim people specifically, and are they separated into men and women. I feel like there should be some social trips with the class. This can be organised by the class, it doesn't really have to be like by the college or anything, but I feel like there should be an initiative for it. Because obviously she's Muslim and she can't drink.
Yeah,
so
that was a point we made. A lot of the socialising is at night and in pubs.
Yeah.
So if you don't drink alcohol, where do you get that social sort of with your classmates? And even you brought up as well, I thought it was very interesting. A lot of people are now driving, they're commuting because they can't afford accommodation. Yeah. So if everything's happening at night in a pub, then where do you socialise?
If clubs and societies were more present during, I don't know, induction day or even open day. I know for ATU Galway they have the option of coming in, except it's on a Saturday, and sometimes they have evening open days and everybody's busy.
Mm. He is a white Irish traveller. Okay. Lives in Ballyshannon. Okay. He's a part-time job. He's 2 kids, so he's trying to hold that down as well. And his first year in software forensics. Gets to college via public transport. Concerns in certain college is obviously the age gap, also money. When they are trying to study and that, trying to find the space while also trying to look after the kids, try and maintain a healthy work-life balance, look after your mental health.
3 weeks ago here, we had a global event, and that was basically, it had like a stall for each different countries, and they had food, they had information about the countries they're from. So having such events like this can definitely like make people from different backgrounds feel comfortable that, wow, my college actually celebrates diversity. Like on induction day, on open day, just have like information out there, have different clubs and societies. Like in Sligo we have the ACS committee, we also have the Muslim Society, have all these societies like being displayed basically so they can actually see it. If they don't see it, they might feel that, oh, I'm not welcome here, I might be the only one from such and such country.
I think maybe just making sure there's a real broad and diverse representation of staff and students present at any event. Maybe we could do nice videos as well, different people's experience, and just showing visually it is a diverse campus.
Having and looking at people that kind of look like you is a comfort feeling that a lot of students, I guess, miss in inductions, open days, open evenings.
Just to welcome more diverse backgrounds, it's very simple to actually have them shown on campus. So especially for our open days, we've just heard a lot about it, to have them seen and to have them there and to make them feel more included.
I think visibility, because we do have a lot of diverse students, but at the same time, just making that more visible, say like that's via your social media or say even campaigns, because sometimes it can get lost in, say, with ATU being but more the rural side of Ireland, it might be tainted that way, but we have so many students from so many backgrounds that surely we should show off and celebrate it.
I think they could be more open with inclusion, be more open with their clubs and societies as well, because I know clubs and societies are very diverse. And if people come in and they see that they're diverse and they would want to join that, so they have a sense of belonging and a sense of community on campus.
In the first semester, we need more time to get to know one another as students and as staff members. So there needs to be a bit of more flexibility in the first semester, just for everybody to relax into it, have more group activities, have more organised activities within the class where we have downtime or shared spaces.
The signboards, the posters, the pictures on the wall, you see different people of different background being used as ambassadors. Oh, I'm being welcome here. I'm being part of this.
On the opening day, you see flags from different countries, and when these flags are flying, which represents people from different part of the world, you feel like, okay, I am part of this. I am recognized, and ATU is doing very well in that regards, and I give it to them.
The first place I think to start is to embedding a voice within the structures of the university through its governance, through its committees and so on. And we're doing that now through the establishment of a Race Equality working group. We also have a more informal structure called the Race Equality Network, and that's open to staff and students. It's a supportive environment where they can congregate and engage locally and talk about common issues, and that can then filter through to the Race Equality working group. So I think at the governance level, to start there, to have the structures, to solicit the views of staff and students, to gather those and incorporate them into an action plan to address race inequalities.
Just making sure that these events do happen. If the ATU University supports them, like gives them the attention, the support that they need, it will be of benefit.
I think maybe more information sessions, workshops, engagement. It'd be great to see more and more students from diverse backgrounds getting involved in committees or workshops, or free food always helps as well. Just to get people's voice as part of it all. Yeah, just that'd be interesting. Maybe visits as well, trips to different areas, different communities, so that it's fun, social, and it just helps with a sense of belonging.
So I think to really show our commitments and show what we're doing to stick to them commitments is probably a really big thing. Like to actually have them up on the board or to have them like around the campus really, really shown, especially like to have the walls more cultured, to have like just really to show that there is a lot of diversity in the campus, and that is not through looking at the people on campus. It should be actually on the walls, it should be around, it should be the food in the canteen, it should be visible without having to look at the people themselves.
I'd say representation again, just having that lecturer or staff member there at an open day, or having student ambassadors that look like other ethnic minorities there would help a lot.
There is certain things like Black History Month that I feel like we could maybe come a bit more forward with celebration. We are getting better in, say, regard to like pride and that. Say that we see the logo and that becoming a bit more as symbolic as it is, but say actually celebrating different cultures and seeing their holidays prioritising us maybe got on the same level as our own. Say much Christmas, we decorate the building with the Christmas tree, with baubles and everything. So just looking more multiculturally, what holidays else celebrate, making them say ATU feel more of a home to them.
I feel like there's a lot that is being done right now, and I'm happy for it. I'm grateful. If there was something more, I wish there was just more intolerance towards racism.
For me, it has to be led from the top, from the governing body, from the management team. We need to see race equality from the very top.
Some kind of open statement from the management of the university entirely, trying to encourage the culture of equality among both students and staff, and even the recruitment of both students and staff should reflect this diversity. And that would mean that, okay, aside from this being a principle, there is also a deliberate attempt by the management of the institution to see that both students and staff represent the different diverse races that exist in the school. For now, I feel that some races, students from other backgrounds, are less represented in terms of their enrollment in the institution. So maybe we can promote that more.
I want a kind of a situation where I can walk into the canteen and have my local meal. I can be able to eat my local meal. Kind of a situation where someone will come from India and will be able to order a meal that is a local meal of India. That is like you are part of this community. Or you go to the canteen and you see someone from other background eating your local dish on the table, and you feel like, yeah, I'm not only accepted, but my meal is accepted, or my way of dressing is accepted, my way of life is accepted.
So I think it's very interesting. I would like to replicate it myself. I'm always interested in group facilitation. I would like to borrow the three of you for some of my own ideas.
I absolutely loved it. I have to say, I'm a yapper and I got to talk a lot here today, so I appreciate that, especially about something that's so important and relevant to all of us. So it's been an amazing opportunity. Thank you.
I really enjoyed today. I thought it was great to hear everyone's experience and that and different concerns, because everyone has their own from working through college, and simply from, say, your staff is also how they see it.
I'd say today has been very interactive. I'm very happy to be here. It's all smiles all around. I've seen different perspectives from different people, so I'd say it's top tier.
Very, very good. I think I learned a lot, and it really opened up a lot more. I suppose you really just found out a lot, just especially from the people that we have here today, like their worries and their struggles. So like as a white Irish student coming in, I would not have thought about how many worries and how many different worries that they have compared to myself, I suppose. And it just really, really opens up your eyes as like somebody coming in as an 18, 19-year-old student, whether they're black, Muslim, whatever they are that little bit more scared, and we do just have to, I suppose, make them feel more welcome and really say hello.
I actually had a really good time. It was lovely because it was a great mix of students and staff, and also we weren't just listening to a presentation for 2 hours. I mean, the drawing and all the different exercises was really interesting, and I've learnt a lot as well from the student perspective, because it's a long time since I was a student, even though I work in a support capacity with students all the time.
It was really good. I was really nervous because I wasn't fully sure what it would be about. I wasn't sure what I'd have to say, but it was just a lovely environment, and I felt comfortable to just express myself of how a first-time student would feel coming here, especially if it's their first time coming here into the country. I've been here for a while, so I'm kind of already used to being here, but for someone it could be completely different, and I just tried to put myself in their shoe from their perspective. But it was really good, And it's really things like this the university can continue to do to highlight racism.
I think it worked out really well. It was really interesting, and students came up with great ideas. The backstory started to become really interesting. It was very exciting to see the work in progress and to see how the characters developed and some of the issues. And I think the creative approach brought them into exploring topics and getting into those intersectional tensions that students encounter when they come into college spaces that maybe aren't really something that someone might be aware of in a more straightforward approach.